Hi, I'm Debora Bernagozzi.
And I'm Jason Bernagozzi.
And we are artists from New York State and the United States. And I'm a video artist and photographer and fiber artist.
And I'm a video new media artist who also is a professor of cinema at Binghamton University.
And we're two of the co-founders of Signal Culture, which you'll hear about in a little bit, which is an experimental media arts residency program that we run.
Yeah. And so we have, for Glowing Globe, we're going to be doing a performance called Perfusion, which was shot in Seoul, South Korea.
And Gyeongju.
Oh, and Gyeongju, yeah, sorry. But we also have our solo practices. So in my work is really focused on kind of the way the technology infects our kind of collective media psyche. I work a lot with real-time media as a way to deconstruct the cultural codes that are embedded within media. And in my own personal work, I make a lot of custom video hardware and software in order to kind of use, maybe the kids would call it glitch art today, but video processing as a way to create a type of dialectic about that situation with media. But Debora's very different in her body of work.
Yeah, so I realized, I do video processing, I do documentary photography, I do things like lace making, and what do these things have in common? And I realized I am very interested in experiential forms of making. So I want something where I'm having an experience myself and not just executing something. So for me, while I'm a good editor, it's not exciting to sit there with a mouse in Premiere and do something and then wait for it to render. I want to do real-time image processing where I'm engaged on a very physical level with the work.
And you may be asking, like, what is the case for real time? And the thing is that it fundamentally changes the way that you think, right? Video, because it is a live signal from which you can actually respond to it. It's like information feedback. It functions fundamentally differently than film did. And so playing with the real-time aspects of it, we can make thousands of permutations in the same amount of time that if you were to render and kind of do things slowly. So in a way, it's kind of like thinking visually out loud. So we're going to show an excerpt from a piece that we're not showing here, but this was done at several locations, but this particular excerpt was at the Advanced Center for Computing Arts and Design at Ohio State University. And this is a piece called Flux.
And so we lived in Colorado for 8 years, and all the footage that was in this piece was shot by me. I just shoot obsessively. I've been shooting and shooting here in Croatia too, because that's just what I do. But so it's very normal looking footage that I shot, and then when we were getting ready to move, I edited together a sequence of footage, again this unaltered, like normal looking footage, and then what you're seeing here is an example of one of our performances where I'm doing live processing of the video. I'm using apps that Jason created. Basically started as a fundraising mechanism for Signal Culture, but it's also, we've kept them at a really low cost of donation, so it's also fulfilling our mission of making it so more people have access to tools to make this kind of work. And so which ones was this? This was using Frame Buffer and Pixel Mash. So a pixel sorting app and a frame buffering app, both of them created by Jason.
And as I bring the sound up, the sound is all coming from shortwave radio stations that are around the Colorado area. They're doing granular processing and data bending of those sounds. And so it's a way of, in some ways, as you can see, the imagery is humorous. It's a bit of a love letter about our complicated relationship to Colorado. And yeah, so I think it's quite for And this is from about a 20-minute performance. This is actually it's funny. Yeah, 20 seconds.
So again, everything that you were seeing there was done live, real-time, improvisationally. If you saw that performance somewhere else, it would be completely different. If I wanted to do the same every time, I couldn't, but I don't want to. I want to have an experience as well as the audience having an experience. So in that piece, like I said, is mostly the pixel sorting and frame buffering, and I was live mixing between two 27-minute long sequences that I'd edited. Yeah. And then the other thing that takes up a great deal of our time is signal culture. And so we've been offering artists, well, not just artist residencies, but residencies since 2014. We've had over 500 residents from all over the United States as well as 26 other countries. And we have artists in residence as well as tool makers and researchers. So if you scroll down to the artist studio at the bottom, yeah, great. So this was our previous incarnation in Colorado. We're at the tail end of getting it set up now that we've moved back to New York State. But we focus on real-time video and sound processing tools, some of which are very rare or even one of a kind. So in here you can see, I'll just point, 2 modules of the Hearn Video Lab. We have some Dave Jones machines, including frame buffer. We have one he built, one that Connie Coleman and Alan Powell built from his boards. Jones colorizer. If you've ever heard of a Radetra, Dave made one version of his own kind of take on that called the Jones raster manipulator. He only ever built one for Sarah Hornbacher, and she donated it to us. We have Wobulator that Jason built with consultation by Dave and some help from some other folks. So that machine was originally designed by Namjoon Paik and Shuya Abe. But yeah, so Wobulator. We still have some Amiga computers running, and then the apps that we were talking about are over here. And so the system has an up-down cross-conversion system, so everything will scale up and down in real time. We also have tool makers who may be building physical machines or writing code or hacking existing tools, and researchers who may be writing or curating, that sort of thing. And I think that's good.
Yeah, so yeah, we are really dedicated to education and also increasing access of thinking about these materials.
And we do have an on-site library and archive as well.
Yeah.
And interviews we've done with folks on Vimeo and lots of stuff.
If you're curious
and,
about all the
and 2
people,
books we've edited.
I think we're curious about all the people we've had, and kind of scroll down through our alumni list. We've had some really great people doing a lot of good work. But it really, the idea of emphasizing community building is more important than anything. And, you know, so that's why we keep all of our residencies free for anyone who applies and free for anyone who attends. And we maintain that that's the best way to kind of advance media arts. So thank you very much.
Yeah.